Testing. All right, we good. Okay.
I'm with that.
I'm
Comfort. I
I'm telling you, that place is an Imperial front.
Who made that noise? Excuse me. Also, I do still love hearing thunder, even through the headset.
here it comes. I still got it. Another one down. Is anybody? This is so.
What? Feature. You.
I still got it. Another one down. Finish. Not even a challenge.
And they've now.
I look.
Yes. And what shall you and
Good.
look up ye?
Hit him.
Wasn't
No.
I still got it. I don't think he's getting. Whatever. I'll go. You. I.
Spacebar 2 I've been doing recently, and again on a number of characters, leveling a few at a time. Kept killing her. I don't really carry that away. This stuff doesn't matter long term in this game. But I do like the voice or the dialogue choice of "My loyalty isn't for sale." So I went with that.
Vehicle pads are currently
I
open
have
for
had this
business.
cough for 3 weeks now. Fun. I'm sorry, I'm gonna start muting. I don't have any cough drops. I don't want to go buy any cough drops. And once you have cough drops, it's a neat little area. Class specific.
Step inside. Scan the taken up. Particular number. The my unit. Stress I win.
You
And there's an all I can get.
I.
It tries as you get.
Game, you can let me mount here. I promise I won't do anything bad with it. Anything actually down there? No. Oh, you do let me mount here. Game, thank you. That is unusually accommodating of you. Goddamn, I still run.
Vehicle paths are currently open for business.
This would be a neat little kind of base that I'm operating out of.
Have a
I
safe
was
and pleasant
here.
stay.
I should not have taxied. I should have quick traveled. Well, damn.
Dahal Ravul Azjan
Zak-
Juguh
Ul. Inkuve uruge.
Even a challenge.
Luzato Monzu
La. Ha.
John
Wa. For jo.
This is what I
Ah.
crew map, isn't it? I don't.
Where? I hate it when they do this. On maps like this. Nar Shaddaa, Coruscant, Corellia. I wonder if that might change the next update with what they're doing with the quick travel upgrade. Or update.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
I
Vehicle
don't
paths
have...
are currently open for business.
Isn't all quick travel supposed to be unlocked by default, man? Good. Rain. Red. What's up, buddy? It's going. It's going. I actually was quite productive today. Tomorrow's going to start the exact same way, knocking things out, making dinner. I should probably make food at some point. That was something I was actually supposed to do today. It was on my to-do list, and then I did not do. That's okay. 140 something is healthy. Or I guess more accurate, it's not unhealthy. Alright, this will be. I should have a quick travel point here as well.
Greetings, my. This they only are the flip.
Immortal?
You have we once.
Juggernaut tank. Yes, no. I don't do the heroics while leveling. It would speed things along, and I am trying to do things quickly, but it's. I'm not trying to do an actual. This is my favorite planet in the game. I love doing quests here. That said, doing repeated ones in a row that are a bit tedious. That's a tedious mission is still a tedious mission, despite location. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah. this dude.
Hello again, Jeanette.
And the
Obviously, I have seen
some
some question.
let
You no. I don't use the class. I'm
Wonder. Oh. Ooh.
one down.
Well, I might as well do the
I still got it.
bounce.
That wasn't too bad.
And then I'll go to a lounge.
Still got it. Another challenge.
None of these have respawned. That sucks. Multiple people doing the same mission. Curious. Should see more. Yes. Yeah, this area. I knew this was that area. Very annoying mission. It's actually this
Not even a
bonus.
challenge.
I'm not even gonna bother. I will finish the main part, and it wants to do so much.
That wasn't too bad.
Part of it. Oh, that's not. Yeah, well, yeah. So, let me show you. It allows you to role play if you want, but they also have different classes, and so you don't. It's not a job system. You don't keep changing from class to class to class or anything like that with the same character. So you make different characters. Like this character is a scoundrel, and as far as the play class goes, the story she's playing through is the Imperial Agent. So there's a Marauder, there's a Sniper, there's a Sentinel, there's a Commando, there's an Assassin. Plenty of classes. Plenty of classes. And then each class has 3 specialties. At least 2 are just regular damage dealing ones, and then the third one will be either another damage dealing one. Someone else is doing this mission too. This is not ideal. Put that one. And
Got it.
either a third damage dealing class, a tank class, or a healing class. Are you? Overall, there are actually 24 different specialties in the game. We'll see some lists that actually list off 48. That's simply because on the
Even a challenge.
Republic side and the Imperial side have mirror classes. They're not 100% mirrored in the most technical of ways all of the time, but they're essentially the same thing. So, Sniper and Gunslinger play the same way. Even if they use different weapons.
Still got it. Another one down. Another one down.
This is a particular mission that I'm not enjoying completing many more times.
Another one down.
I know that they're all items.
Wasn't too bad. Still got it. For victory!
Always get upper hand.
Another one down.
Hearing a lot of thunder makes me walk outside.
Not even
Busy.
a challenge. Finished.
I am providing entertainment during the dinner making.
Still got it. Another one down. That wasn't too bad. I still got it. Another one down. That wasn't too bad.
Mission was in here to actually kill everyone. Right here.
For victory! Finish.
Can we go? I'm gonna come check that mission terminal again. I doubt it, but it's possible it ends up
Your trap's
unlocking another
been
mission as you get further
Admiral, I know.
along in this section.
Does the
This do I'm here.
It-
I'm
That would be very interesting.
What?
I come if you leave.
No.
Probably something that I suspected would not have been that way since launch. Something that they changed up. It changed the missions. Yeah. Thank you for letting me mount.
This is it.
What?
Are you going?
You are.
That is this is. I will. We go through. I will.
It's-
You'll make.
I just received. He said I was happy if he believed.
Well, I know where that is. We'll teleport from there. Or we'll taxi from there. We'll have to. I dislike them doing that. Why do they do that? Just to go to a different taxi. They told me to taxi here so I can go to a different taxi. Man, I need a camera mount.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
This is the last day of this event. I do not have. Actually, don't have reason to participate this year.
Master Talon request.
That's. Hey. I hope I'm not intruding. What's. It's a. You'd even if
I do miss playing through
Well, go. I just.
Female Agent storyline though, just because almost Kate Beckinsale voice. You know what? But I actually don't remember any of the stories well enough, so I will
Alert! Warning!
Master Tlan.
Warning.
I thought.
That it. When we beat this.
Looks like.
Just to familiarize myself with them again.
Hello,
Get
Cypher. You know,
conducive to chat talk.
How?
answer. I've looked
When?
That said, another part of I have had that call right there from the guy. Another thing that you can do, a lot of people don't normally pay attention to, is story arcs. A lot of the little one-off missions that you pick up, really nothing to them. They are there to simply be there. They were there to help leveling back when the experience was handled differently. They were just there to keep you occupied and keep you playing. So, that said, some of the story arcs planets are more than just a logically
Welcome. Please
bladed
select an available
quest
travel
line,
route.
even if that logic is simply even if that is simply,
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
oh, I need you to do this. Oh, thanks. Oh, the guy at this next station, though, he needs you to do this, and so on. Those are the least engaging, but some of them are actually pretty interesting. On Belsavis, that one kind of starts out that way. Open. However, culminates in you, the Imperial player, freeing the Dreadmasters, which then become a huge part of the end game for four operations in a row. Because the first operation I mentioned them, I believe is TFB. I'm pretty sure Keftis was just Prime Guy. I don't think he was serving them or anything. But mentioned a TFB, you fight the first one in Scum, and then you go into Dread operations. This guy. I had a mission to talk to him with another character. Class mission. Why is the cough worse than normal? Right now, when I'm trying to stream. Yeah, I had a mission to talk to that guy on another character as soon as I landed on the taxi.
The guy, you know,
We're-
I'm generally upon it. If the we spent, we lost 5 times. You'll be fine.
too bad. Not even a challenge.
Nope. Okay. Alright, well, none of them would be difficult. This won't take long.
Here it comes! I still got it.
Nope. Play with you. What is this lag? Is it showing up on the stream?
The react.
Max,
I'd be
with
Let me.
I go into a phase to go to that elevator? These. Find those on Belsavis. Wow. I do not remember this place. This is awesome. I did not. I can come here on any character. This is neat. Don't place me elsewhere. I actually did this. Unless they're just not paying any attention at all to that one big room. Just recently but I do remember this placing me right here, picking that guy up.
Got you, come.
Hello.
Peekaboo.
Hello there.
That was used.
Yeah.
How'd it go earlier?
Oh, went well.
Give me this.
Went well. Standed well. Especially for somebody who's never been to the op before. We got to Kefis. We one-shot Dread Guards, which was a huge thing.
Nice.
Yep. Good prog.
Still sage healing it?
Good prog. What?
Is he still sage healing it?
No, he's not healing it at all. This is prog. He's DPS. We have Blue and Juker as our healers.
One-shot council people handled puddles
So-
well?
Say that again?
People handled puddles like pros?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We actually got a bunch of people surviving Dread Guards. I was actually shocked. I thought that we were going to have to prog it a little bit, or I would have swapped tunes.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I
Yeah.
died in the middle of the fight, but I was still shocked. Or I would have tried not to die a lot more, but we got them. Like, it ended up going well. Dread Guards are no joke. And then Op 9 took a while, but we eventually got Op 9. Everybody kind of figured stuff out. I think Luke would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, toward that last poll, everything went pretty well. We had 2 mistakes on that last poll, but we killed it, and that's the most important part.
I feel that
Op 9.
back in the day, I think that Dreadguard was the big roadblock on Operator 9.
Op 9 doesn't have like the deep like. Op 9 requires more coordination. Dreadguards requires more know-how, I guess. I don't know how to phrase it. Like,
While I'm not, I'll send
I am not as I don't mind Dreadguards. I have a big fucking problem with Op 9. It is my least favorite fight in the game. I hate that fight with just a screeching passion.
For me, I think the reason why Operator 9 tends to be easier for groups is that when you need to do something, it's on the screen. It is called out. This character, this color, so on. Whereas with Council, I think the issue is that not enough people are staring at their debuffs. And so there either
Vehicle
is
pads are currently
missing stuff
open for
or just
business.
leaning on
Have a safe and pleasant
call-outs.
stay.
And on that fight, even the healer's got to pay attention to a lot of different things going on. So even healers doing call-outs
Yeah,
is going to be
the
difficult.
biggest thing was healers not killing us was like the big prog that we had been trying to hurdle through, and that went really well this time.
I checked my achievements on that recently. I had surviving for bosses 1, 2, and 5 a long time ago. I'll pick up the other ones eventually. But I had terror way back in 10 years ago, I think. Timer, not terror.
Yeah, I don't like that op particularly much. I prefer SMV him. I've just never liked PFB. Except for Terror, funnily enough. I actually like that fight. I just hate getting to Terror.
This is no.
I hate it because I never feel, especially on Melee, that I'm doing it right. Because of...
Why, you fucking sandbag? Oh, you're from Fulcrum. That's...
thing in the game. I always feel like I do the wrong thing, whatever it is. Leap to it, do I not leap to it? So I think overall, Scum is definitely a lot more fun than Nightmare. I do agree with that.
Just like Scum.
Welcome. Please select an available travel
Get bored too often in Scum and Villainy. I prefer Terror from Beyond, but that's just me.
I've just always liked Scum and Villainy. It's always been my favorite operation. I like Darvanis as a planet. I like the aesthetic. I like the majority of the fights. Olok sucks, like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, Olok is a fucking awful fight, but I like Ops Chief. I like Thrasher. I like Titan 6. I don't know, for me, it just... a lot of the bosses there had personality that I really liked. I was not as much of a fan of, like... some of the fights in Terror just go on for way too fucking long. Like, I hate Op 9 because it goes on forever, and... I don't know, I've just hated that op for... since forever.
Well, failing Phase 2 of Terror always sucked. Just because you get Phase 1 down, and you're still going to do it anywhere between 20 and 50 more times, depending on the group, after having it down.
Welcome back, Simon. Most, but
It's almost like
I
you
will-
have
as we
the Walk of Shame that it still
Vertical.
forces you to do
Go.
all these years
with
later. and then
Think-
It should have all
the
Is
the in out
if we're going to do
as you like.
I'm trying to think of who has the worst
Phase of
walk of
Shame.
shame in the game.
There. I've
I
inserted
want to say
3 implants along your
Underlooker's like
spinal
the
column.
worst walk of shame in
The
the game.
pain should fade quickly. Congratulations. From now on, you'll be able to.
Are you
pass
talking
as a
like
machine.
distance?
Yeah, I'm trying to
'Cause
think.
Apex is pretty awful.
we're losing
It won't-
Apex, yeah. When I think about that,
Vehicle pads are currently open for business. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Not to be more people trying to
Huh?
knock out Monday lockouts.
I did too. I think everybody just got exhausted this week for how many Kanoth and Watchdog things that we did.
Not even just those. You and I both have a
Yeah, I
Punisher
don't know.
lockout. I know people aren't going to be the most excited for Cartel Warlords. I am, mainly because it's just got so many options, doesn't it?
Yeah. I like. I don't even mind Cartel Warlords. That's part of the reason why I like that op so much. Is the fact that, ow, Jesus Christ, people, can you heal me? What are you doing?
Did I do a single? I actually did not do a single public side hard mode R4 boss this week.
Really?
Yeah. Just not awake at the right times, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't work that way, but maybe just for a day it'll work out where my
I
sleep
thought more
sort of
people would
right
want to try and
itself.
finish off the Kanoth lockouts personally. Like,
Yeah, I'm sitting on Watchdog tokens too, but Kanoth can be that many more main hands, that many more classes, or offhands.
yeah. It's part of the reason why I want it right now.
The wings on my main, and then I want the wings on my primary Marauder.
Like, that's not even the reason why I do Kanoth. I do Kanoth for just more blues and purple tokens. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Wings would be nice. But honestly, chances are I'm going to get them on a character I don't want them on, so it will feel good to hand them off.
Like, part of the reason why Mars group, like, I haven't even seen them in there on the days that they were supposed to be doing Kanoths, so I don't know if it's that. I think Mar got her wings and just stopped doing Kanoth farm.
No, she got him like a long time ago.
I just haven't seen them doing it forever. Well, I definitely did plenty of fucking threat there. APM was 42. My DTPS was not fantastic, not gonna lie. What? What? Holy shit, what? How was my damage rate taken rating 37th percentile? What? You're kidding me.
I am. I had no idea.
After the test results came, but we're all. You and you. I don't.
Don't tell me this meeting is terror.
Looks total.
That's the.
Let's.
Stan went to go do something somewhere. I have no idea where it is. But I told Stan to go to bed. So that was my official statement to Stan. I think he went to go do some. I'm not sure what game they're even playing. I just know that Stan went to go do something, and I think he should be asleep.
What's up, Neeraj?
Huh?
Chat, sorry. Have mute hockey. Get.
Fuck. Tanking on Sin is easy. What the fuck?
Fucking bad cough today, man.
Luke, is it really this easy to play Sin?
In KP? Yes.
No, I mean like not taking damage.
It depends on the boss.
Well, these abilities are great. Recklessness is great. Shroud is great. This is great.
It was a very productive day, Neeraj.
Does
Very
deflection go to like the entire raid?
No.
Oh, it's just like a big circle.
Yeah, the DCs on Sin are great. It's just if you don't have DCs, you're very
Yeah.
squishy.
It's just timing them correctly.
Yes.
Wait, Scoob is in here? Oh, hey, Scoob.
I'll be back. I'll be right back. I'll go make another drink. Mix another non-alcoholic drink. I will specify. OPing mine? Really? Well, so the issue... I'll bring out the desktop sound. I think that'll do it. I still need a lot of streaming materials that I used to have that I lent out, and I don't know if they're going to come back. I need a mount for the camera. I need a mount for the mic. I need a shock mount for the mic. I don't know why I even lost that one.
Oh, I just realized I'm PvPing against someone in a different voice chat. Be right back.
Right.
So I need the mic closer to me, like it used to be. And then, but I just dropped desktop noise down, which will make the game quieter, but I can make the game a lot louder. The game is just sitting at 20%. So I will be right back. Do I have a little message for that or not? Text, add, break, okay. I guess. I mean, this is Club Dance. Enjoy.
God damn it! Jesus Christ. Oh man, if I timed that correctly.
What's up?
Nothing much. I'm in a raid with your guild.
Oh yeah. What are they doing?
KP hard mode.
Nice. Are you tanking?
I
or
did that.
DPSing?
I'm tanking.
Nice. You did what?
I'm sin tanking. I'm just practicing sin tank. Sin tank is stupid fucking easy for avoiding damage. What was my DTPS, sir? Oh, it was 11? Not bad! 11k! Fuck yeah, let's go. I think Stan did well. How about you, Banshee?
Yeah, I think so. I think like me, he needs to get more comfortable with the mechanics
On
to pull better numbers, but I think he was, good as far as mechanics go.
Oh, you were
All
doing
right.
great, man. Don't worry about
That
it.
drink should do better.
Well, I mean, I pull really good numbers in hard mode and story mode, but when it comes to NIM, since I'm so new to the content, you know, I gotta get comfortable with the new stuff.
Yeah. Like I
So
feel
focus
that.
on not dying.
That's like the most important part about it. Like the more comfortable you get, the more cracked your DPS will get.
Yeah.
Like we did a Watchdog hard mode, my DPS fucking atrocious on the fight. Because half the fight, like the tank wasn't bad, but he was not
This.
on farm level for Watchdog, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that
Even I
was
felt it a
kind
little
of
bit as ranged.
yeah, I'm like I shouldn't have been having to taunt for him at any point during that time. But
That
I was
too.
having I did that every pull.
That too.
And you can't be doing that on Watchdog. Like if I'm having to do that, that's a problem. Like
Yeah.
I'm a DWT. I'm not. But on Watchdog, that should not be happening. Where you need me to do that. You
No.
should be able to just tank him. And part of the time I was taunting the boss, Rilo, I don't know if you noticed, is that he was gonna kill us all.
I
what he
saw
was doing.
some questionable. Like, wait a minute. Don't go to that corner. Although I will
There was a lot of
say
it.
there were a couple DGOSs that could have also been better.
Like I fucked up at least one DGOS. part of it was I was just like so focused on trying to watch him.
Yeah.
Like he didn't do awful. He's not the worst tank I've ever seen. That's not the point of that. The point of that is he was not doing what needed to be done, and that was a big problem. And it's not so much DWT shouldn't be like trying to help the tank. It's that DWT should not be the one steering the boss before burn because you're gonna kill us all if I don't. You know,
Right.
that's the problem.
I don't even think. I don't know. I don't think that there's a situation where. I guess it's possible that a DWT being in there can perform that role out of necessity,
been in a group
but
of-
not because of the tank. The tank can be
Yeah,
doing everything
like,
right, and there still be some bad circles. But
Yeah, like,
I don't think that's what was causing that.
I've been part of a I feel for this prog team in Legend. They're not the best, but they're very great people, and I like them a lot.
Okay. I'm in that.
So
The codes. Excellent.
Yeah, there it is.
Kabura.
they do Watchdog really funky.
Okay.
One, they always have a DWT taunt Watchdog across, and
Oh,
I have not said anything
Cross.
because it's not my job to be doing that. Like,
Sure.
I gotta learn how to tank Watchdog.
I've never seen anything other than the 2 square method. Or
well, they did that. They did the 2 square, but what they were doing is that when it's the kiting thing, they
Yeah.
were they were taunting across. And I was like, what the fuck? And one of the problems I was noticing with that is that they
Okay, Narish. I'll see you later.
when they were doing what they were doing, because they were having the here, I'm gonna like move it back around. Come on over here. Come on over here. There we go.
What boss you guys on?
Kefis or whatever.
Braga.
Braga.
Oh, so you're almost done.
Come on, cunt. Move forward. There you go. Come on. It's interesting. So when they were doing that, it stuns Watchdog for a second, and he stops moving, and because of that, they lose their fucking they lose a lot of whatever
That's
stacks. Yeah. And so what they end up having to do is they almost never get to 10 stacks. So what they're doing is on like the degauss phase, they're restacking them in the 2 spots to try and get back to 10 stacks.
okay. I always thought. Well, I don't know. It's not necessary to
Their
use
DPS
those
is too low.
DGAF
That's the other
stacks,
problem.
but
It
I always
They're-
thought, well,
they're
we
just-
could.
they're just not doing enough DPS. So
Okay.
they're like losing stuff. Hold on.
I still think
whoa,
mine's
whoa.
low.
Don't do that. Don't do that, cunt. Not as bad as theirs, dude. But they're pulling 17k.
Whoa,
It's
on
not-
Watchdog.
It's not good.
17k on
Nobody's
Watchdog.
pulling like
With stacks, or because they're losing stacks, or both?
because they're losing stacks.
Still.
No, they're not doing very good. And like I said, they're very
That's where
nice
the muscle
people,
memory
and I
comes
like
in.
them.
But I
as
was thinking,
people a
also, I don't
lot,
know,
but they
I don't know if you've
are
tried
their
games like
tanks
this
are
one.
bad. To be
as you
quite
level,
frank.
like this thing has
They're
80
whoever's their
levels,
main tank is
and you're getting
God
moves
awful at the game, and he has an attitude.
more front loaded, but
And I don't like
consistently
him very
throughout,
much,
and
just
so you
because
end
he
up
has like
putting
this
them on the
attitude
bar one at
problem.
a time, and so
Their
when you start
main
out,
raid group, their
it's
best
3
raid
buttons.
group, is a group
Sometimes
called
it's just
Carried
2.
by Heels,
So
and they're fucking it should be carried by
Start out
healer. They
there,
have one
then you
healer
get a
in there
thing,
that was like in
and
failure,
you might not even
and
use it.
she's
It might not.
nuts.
It might be a defensive cooldown. It
She's
might
as
just
good
not
as
be a part
blue
of the
kind of crap.
rotation.
She's
And so,
fantastic.
As you play through the
And
80
her
levels,
heals pretty much carry them
just
through
hours and
everything.
hours. You just build the muscle memory. It's
So
muscle
she's
memory. It's not
cracked.
thinking
And
memory
she's
at
very
all.
nice. She's really an odd mix match of some things. Like you wouldn't expect it of like a
Who?
person. She's I'm gonna just like keep the information I have to myself. But holy shit!
Sorry.
Like,
Yeah,
what the
sure.
fuck? She's really good at the game though. There we go. Easy.
Me-
GG. 3-minute fight.
Probably a good time to mention I'm on stream.
That's fine.
How'd you find me the other
Nobody's
day?
saying it. Don't question it.
I hate this mission. It bugged on me. It didn't bug last time.
But yeah, they're really great. I like
Come in.
those
This is
people a
Billman.
lot. They just have a tank with an attitude problem. And it's not their tank who does DPS, because he does great DPS. How many people are watching your stream?
One that I'm aware of that isn't a bot. Two. I'm here for those times that someone does show. Did you hear that? Thank you. That's been my alert for years.
Actually, I didn't hear the alert because there's an ad playing.
Oh. You missed it. I'll replay it, actually. Fuck it. Where's that page at? Just let me know when it's in there.
I will. I'm watching your stream right now.
Oh, so you can see it now? No more ad?
No more ad. Nice.
I've got so many, and it's not why I did it. I just, you know, be different. I've got so many, like, piggyback follows because of that.
Got a beautiful face, Rilo. Beautiful face.
Thank you. I work on it every day.
Proud of you. Nice anime collection.
Oh, the figures?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that shit's going up on eBay.
I've tried to sell a lot of my figures, and no one ever wanted to buy them. And I told my fiance any of them that she sold, she could keep the cash for.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I had like 40, and no one ever wanted to buy them.
I've got, let's just say, more than 40. We'll leave it at that. It was a problem, and I am actively working on correcting it. So, there's that. That's all I can do.
Let's fight to 42nd percentile on the fight. Fucking go. I'm gonna mute your stream just so that way I can not hear an echo. So the thing that's interesting about tanking that I've always despised is that the more damage you take is your rating on parse. It's not how much threat you dish out. It's not how much you shielded. It's how little damage you took.
I was gonna
which
say, is the DTPS
is-
calculated?
not the best measure.
I was gonna ask if DTPS was calculated in star parse before or after mitigation.
I think it's after mitigation, which is fine. The problem with measuring that is that if the other guy dies halfway through the fight and overall took less damage than you, his rating can be higher,
Right.
even if he died. So if I'm having to, or if the other person messes up and I have to take boss more and I take more damage, I have the lower rating. But if I didn't die or I ended up keeping the team alive, it doesn't reflect that in parse. Instead, it's like, oh, you did crap because you didn't take, you took too much damage. Well, I would like
think
to see people do.
It should definitely be
Dread
threat.
guards.
Cipher. You've struck the final
I've
blow
always
for
thought it should be
terrorist
threat.
I
Like
agree.
threat generated is huge.
I
Threat
also-
generated and shielding done for teammates and stuff.
I also would understand the argument of
You're watching.
just don't have a leaderboard for tanks.
Like, one thing I've always noticed is that I typically do a lot of damage as a jug compared to other classes. But for whatever reason, my damage as a Sin is not bad. I'll take it.
That's another thing, Snarky. This is one of my least.
I'm
I'm
wearing
leveling
mostly
this character.
340
I'm
gear,
not even
so
level
there is
40
that.
yet. There will be almost all the bars will be filled in, but not because I actively use them. My in-game rotation is not going to be more than maybe 9 abilities, maybe 10. I don't know this class in the end game yet, but that is another thing. Is you'll end up with this list that's quite long. That said, you just aren't going to use all of them. Your end game rotation has been min-maxed by people who know the class very well. And sometimes, well, I will say this though, it is not always a rotation. Some are rotations, some are priority systems, and some are a mix. And then, in addition, that also depends on the fight. Some fights change everything entirely for the entire fight. Some fights are you do this for this phase, you do that for that phase. And because of the breadth of the styles of the classes and the boss encounters, it's also very possible that you end up having certain classes that are just comparatively terrible on that particular fight or a particular phase of the fight, but do their top damage in other fights. And it just happens that way.
Like, I think Nahat, like, I'm watching your stream and I'm listening right now, but I'm gonna mute it now.
Welcome. Please select an available
Nahat,
travel
I
route.
think Vengeance Jugs
Have a
do
safe and
awful on
pleasant
the hut,
stay.
if I remember correctly. They do well on a lot of other fights. I know PTs do the best on gods. Like, PTs do the best overall right now.
Right.
But there's definitely some fights where Vengeance just shines on top, just because you get that burst and that overall. Like, if you go look at top parses for certain fights, a lot of them are Vengeance Jug, but then
Shit. I thought logging out and back in would put me back on the speeder. I don't want to speed. I don't want a taxi. I wanted a quick travel. I'm thinking about fights like because I'm learning engineering as my main. That's going to be my main second DPS class, and I feel it should be a ranged class since my main is melee. But I'm finding that on fights like Brontis, and I need to clear Nightmare Brontis, and I need to clear
do too.
Timer. So that fight, engineering is saboteur engineering, the class that I'm learning that does so well on so many fights, is terrible.
It's awful. Yeah. Like,
Oh, I did want to go here.
just being a PT in general right now is really good, but I don't know why I suck on pyro. I'm sandbagging whenever
I
I
tried
do.
to learn it, and then 1 week later, I was told to switch classes to something else because I was trying to assist who was then the raid leader at the time, and do what was going to be most helpful for the group. And so I was learning it, and it was a fuck of a rotation. And I'll pick it up eventually, but I am also I've never been the flavor of the month type.
Look around. Now,
I don't
goodbye.
care to play a lot of classes. I care primarily to play certain classes very well, so all my off specs
won't make.
are
I found that. I'll down for the rep.
tanks. Like, if I can't tank on a spec, I'm not gonna play a spec anymore.
Okay.
Because I main tank in almost everything I do. So if I am if I'm a Juggernaut, I'm gonna learn Vengeance because I do Juggernaut tanking the most. I have learned PT to the point where I don't feel like I'm sandbagging everybody as a PT.
As a tank?
Yeah.
That was my only tank class.
Well, yeah,
back in the day.
as a tank, yeah.
Okay, I that was
I
my only
used
tank class
to-
back in the day, and I was very good at it. And then obviously I took 7 years off, so I need to pick it back up. But there is a guide.
Oh, so you and I took the exact same amount of time off. So I left in 2016. So I left during 4.0, and I've only come back.
I
3 months ago.
Okay, so I quit basically everything when I was early 2015. The only thing that I kept doing for another few months was there was an Australian guild that I was going with that was doing slow progression on hard Ravagers. Like I thought I had already completed it. My achievements say I did not, but slow progression on hard Ravagers. I was not joining my guild and trying to do hard Revan at the time. In fact, when I quit, hard Revan had not been beaten yet. A buddy of mine that still was in the game told me 3 months later, I think, that finally a team of 6 power techs and 2 mercenaries beat it using tricks. I don't remember what it was. So that was. So I continued that. So technically, I was playing until mid 2015, but not really. It was just logging in once a week to play with that group.
So I really got into the game about when you were quitting, and my guild's claim to fame during 4.0 is that we were on at least Satil shot. We were, I think, the Harbinger back then. I can't remember.
I was Harbinger also.
Either the Bastion or the yeah. Okay, so we were Harbinger, and then Harbinger and Bastion merged.
So that happened after
into this
I left
one.
Then. Okay.
Yeah. And we were the first guild to clear Revan in 4.0 on the server that had not cleared it before. If that makes sense. So we were the first guild that had never cleared.
So there could have been server firsts on Harbinger and Bastion, but you were.
We were not server first.
You weren't server first because there were teams that had it on farm at that point, but you were the first new group.
Vehicle paths are currently
Yes,
open for
that had
business.
never done it before. So that got people's attention, and Failure came and recruited a bunch of people. I applied for Failure. I was 19 and was really bad at communicating at the time and didn't talk during my trial run, and I knew the guild leader of Failure at the time, and he told me to work on my communication and try again in a couple of months. But at that point, there was some drama going on in my guild.
See you, Snarky.
And a lot of the people ended up quitting. And we had been progging DPNIM at that point, and I was very bitter that we didn't clear it because I had been the one that had asked to clear DPNIM. I begged for us to go do DPNM because it was like the one op I wanted to do.
So
And
that's
everybody
Go ahead.
quit. Everybody quit. And
So that was the one.
I
Keep going.
I was really bitter, and I knew the guild master failure, and I went to him and I asked him if there was any chance during a pug run if they could get me in there and I would DPS. Like, I knew mechanics for council. I could just, you know, we didn't call it DWT. I could just taunt Bestia, and most of the people that were capable of just doing it with somebody that was unfamiliar were not willing to take me unless I did a paid for run. So he knew that I didn't give a damn about getting a paid for run. I just wanted to clear council. Like, I just wanted to clear. So he cut me a deal where he essentially told me that I could clear council. I wouldn't have to pay him, but there were other people in the group that refused to let me come if I didn't pay. So I paid. They cleared council, and they gave me the Rancor. He gave me Rancor because he said, you paid for it, even if I paid, like, I think 100 mil less than I should have paid, or 50 mil less, which was a lot back then. He essentially told me, like, I didn't owe 2 of the members because they were cool with me coming, but others were not. So I got the Rancor as a consolation prize because, like, fuck. That was my gift to myself when I quit the game, because it was like the week after my birthday. I quit the game with my DP Nim clear because we had progged council to like crystal phase, right? So we had progged to the point where you go up to get your crystals. We are in the process of learning that, and the entire group just falls apart. People don't want to speak to each other ever again. People don't look at each other. And yeah, so that's why I quit playing.
So when I was saying that I stopped doing just about everything else and started doing just that group from Australia, what I had been doing with my guild was Nightmare Council. And so I've got
Nightmare Council.
All of the achievements up to Nightmare Council, and the reason why we didn't finish it is because I was trying to be the best guild leader of that guild, as that guild was. And that guild was not, even though there were some of us that were, and even though there were times where we had absorbed other guilds, small guilds that had those sorts of groups, it was my understanding of the guild that I was in charge of, that it was not a guild of hardcore progression. You did not replace people that you had already accepted into a group. And so because even though I wanted to, there was me and another guy that were really, like, we had done stuff with other groups, we had proven ourselves very well, and we knew that no one else in the game or in the guild gave a shit. We did, but I never made the call to replace him, and I should have, because I felt like, even though I was thinking at the time, this might be better for the group, we might progress further, so on, I was still thinking that I would not be looked at as a good guild leader of that guild if I did something like that. Because we just didn't do that. That was what other guilds did. And so had I replaced... Old School Watchman is not how it is now. Old School Watchman was an incredibly slow burn. You took forever to even show up on the parse. And so the issue is that, and it didn't have tacticals, so I wasn't pulling that bullshit where I was using force camo at the beginning of a fight. As Watchman, I was one of the best Watchmen in the game at the time. As Watchman, I was pulling off of him on Calpheus with doing a threat drop about 30 seconds into the fight. He was unable to maintain threat on me. And that is just ridiculous. And yet I never pull the trigger on replacing him, and I feel at the very minimum we would have got past whatever the second phase was. I don't even remember. You telling me crystals right now? Had I not watched someone's Discord stream of doing that recently, I wouldn't know what the fuck you were talking about. What crystals? Oh, you got to go and get crystals? I might have remembered that back in the day. We never got that far. Whatever the second phase is, when we pushed everyone back up, I think that's the first time.
Ghost phase.
That's it. That's as far as we got.
Yeah, like it's frustrating, man. That group that I'd been a part of the reason why I was so upset, like seeing people went to other guilds and stuff, and I wasn't really cool with that because loyalty to the group. Sure Banshee has seen a message that I sent to somebody and who's no longer in our group.
I think I might have heard you talk about it before.
My message is always loyalty to the group.
Right.
I'm not cool with people abandoning the group. That group went through a fucking lot together. So I'm sure you remember the old days where to get gear, you first had to do story mode operations. You then got enough gear from story mode operations, you would go do hard mode operations to get hard mode operation gear. From hard mode operation gear, you could then try to prog Nightmare. And you would do Nightmares based on difficulty to find fights where you could get the optimal gear to go to the harder ones later. Because the DPS checks were that insane, where if you didn't have certain gear, you would not beat the DPS check, and it didn't matter how good you were, it didn't matter if you were the best APM person in the world. If you did not have the gear and the stats, you would not clear a fight. Part of the reason why Brontes has forever plagued a lot of people, and it's so easy to do it now, is because the DPS check used to be nuts. The
right.
DPS
Yeah, the
check
lightning phase for one, and then also at the end, again, haven't beat the fight. I've got to the final phase, but at the end when you're trying to get enough damage on her so that you only need the two, so that you can get her down without the stacks getting too high after the two hands go down. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have gotten to in 4.0 I got to burn. I got to 7%.
Okay.
7.0, the first Nim fight I did after coming back was Nim Brontes, and they got her to 0%.
What are these?
Okay.
Now I was with an insane group of people, and they were hard carrying me. I was just tanking though, but I did well enough to get us to burn. And let me tell you, the DPS check to get there is not what I remembered. In 4.0, doing 7k was considered good numbers, like excellent numbers. It was near the top of the spectrum. The highest burst DPS I ever saw in 7.0 was 11k, and that was from AP Power Techs at the time, because they had the highest burst DPS in the game. To clear Brontes, I think everybody had to do a minimum of 8k on average to clear.
Okay.
And that's why she was considered so hard. Overall, DP Nim is harder than DF, but Brontes just had that DPS check, and now it's not so bad. Like, it's not as bad as it used to be, for sure.
Sir. If you hold a moment, I can provide directions to the research center.
So, like, gosh, I just remember going with that group, and we were in a big guild. And when we came over to the Harbinger, because Sebastian was going to merge with the Harbinger, we came early to get our legacies and stuff, and we formed a new guild from 2 guilds. The hard mode group, I was not originally part of it, and then somebody left and I joined as a DPS, and then we discussed it, and my DPS was not good enough, but there was a tanking spot open, so I took the tanking spot, and then we were doing prog a lot differently than people do these days. I know you might be more familiar with it. I remember prog being 8 hours a day, 4 days a week.
It depended on the guild. It was a guild to guild thing. Like for me, again, spending pretty much the entire time that I was playing the game in the first place, being in that guild, that was really just people who were there more for the. We're just logging in and playing with each other. Operations are just the thing to do, and since we haven't done it yet, let's do it. But it wasn't. There were other groups that did it differently, and so that'll lead me into a different story. But I'd rather you finish yours first.
So that group, a lot of the people ended up getting mad because some of us, like, we were progging hard modes back when you had to do KP and EV just to get fucking gear, and that didn't get you all of the gear. That got you very specific gear from loot tables. I might be able to find it.
Real quick, are you able to get closer to the mic? Because I turned you up to 200,
Yeah.
but it's still hard.
Yeah, I can. Hold on. I can also check this. Double check that. Mic is.
I don't know how well you're coming through on the stream, but I can barely hear you.
Part of it is I'm talking softly without wanting to talk too loud because I feel like when I talk too loud I sound like a dick, and I don't like sounding like a dick, but I can
Don't worry
talk a
about
little
that.
bit more.
Pretty sure I come off that
I
way
can-
too, just with regular talk.
So we did EV and KP hard mode because that was the way that you got your gear, man. That was just how you did it. You went into KP and EV. Yeah.
Right.
So let's just see if I can find. All right. So EV and KP. EV could get you the belt, the gloves, the earpiece, and a relic. KP could get you the bracers, the boots, the earpiece, and the legs.
I hated when they did loot tables like that.
So, I mean, it's kind of like R4. So that was already, and then Soa gave a main hand. So you could get your, and then Karaga gave chest. So you could go and do, like, your hard modes. You could get your hard mode gear from those two, and that was, for the most part, pretty easy. You can get your offhand. So to get your offhand, you would go to.
Boros Courtyard?
Oh no, they locked it behind Terror from Beyond. You had to get your offhand from Terror.
Okay.
You could get it from Terror, or you could get it from, I want to say, Brontes. They locked it behind Brontes and Terror, and then they also locked it behind Revan. So they considered those three to be the hardest hard mode end bosses at the time. So if you wanted to get your offhand, you'd have to go prog Brontes, Terror, or Revan. And most nobody was doing Revan. Well, this was hard mode to get, like, gear. So we progged DF hard mode for gear.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say
so,
I would have picked either Terror or Palace. I would not have. I didn't think people would have picked Revan, but that also might have been after I left. So
it was after you left, but Revan was still, like I said, we were the first group on server that was new to kill Revan. So, and we did it after a European group did it, and when the European group did it, they were their server first.
all right, hang on just a sec. I think I heard something knock on a window.
Ruh-roh. What am I supposed to be doing? I've just been floating around Typhon talking. What are you doing, Banshee?
Datacrons.
Nice.
I don't know if you want to come over to Tatooine and push me out of the Sandcrawler.
Oh, that fucking one. Oh my god, I hate that one. I'm on a fresh tune right now. I am currently leveling it. Rylo's back.
Nice.
Looks like he's okay and safe.
All right, never mind. I guess just. I mean, it looks like half of a hurricane out there, and so maybe just something hit the door really hard.
Oh, are you in Cali?
Arizona.
Oh, Arizona.
I'm in California. It's not that bad here.
You're in NorCal though. You're Sacramento boy.
Yeah. I mean, it rained.
the-
It's just been muggy. It's still been
What
like
the
100
fuck
degrees.
is that? What the hell? Whoa! What the hell is this?
I don't know.
I will take a screenshot. What the hell?
I will help you, Batman.
What the heck is this? It's just floating here.
What is it?
Here, I'll post screenshots.
I mean,
to
I've
you,
seen,
too.
I've
I'll post.
definitely seen some weird things like that in the game.
I've never seen this before. I've been to Tython plenty of times. Banshee. I always do it customary E and then that. To Rilo. I've never seen that before.
I know exactly where you are. You're near the calves. You're heading down towards the canyon where you can make a saber.
I am. I've just never seen that before.
That is from back in the day. It's not always that big. Like it changes in size.
That's what she said.
That should be more of like that's what he said, but
Let me see if I can add that.
oh shit, now I remember the other reason why the loot tables sucked. So that was for main hand. So if you wanted to get your Nim offhand, guess who you'd have to go kill? For Nim offhand, you could kill Terror or Brontes.
Or Revan. You said this already.
I'm talking about for the Nim offhand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 224 one. I don't remember if Revan actually dropped the 224 one. I want to say that he didn't. I don't
Bro,
have
like,
any.
Optimize your gear with enhancements and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Gear, that was I missed 2.0 when you did fusion trees and stuff like that.
I hated the
I do
fusion
remember
trees,
those.
dude.
I don't know that I ever. I think I did one.
I just didn't like the old skill trees just because it was so confusing as to like what the hell you were doing. And if you screwed something up, you were screwed. Like, I didn't even know that Vengeance and Rage were the two builds until they, like, optimized the skill trees. It was just super confusing, like, what the hell are these things? I do miss the stances where you had both, like, all of them and you could pick the different one.
Oh yeah.
That one was cool. I liked that.
Oh, now it's just Juyo.
Welcome. I would
Yep,
know if the
which sucks.
if we if we're
Because it was cool for the lore, too.
So my. So I guess it's sort of a combination of what you were talking about with loyalty and what I was talking about with what kind of
Fixing
a
the group.
guild leader I was trying to be in that guild. So I had a very long running stance. Hey, class trainer, I can actually learn something from you because I
Always
haven't
go
picked
for
up
the quick and
speeder
silent kill.
piloting in my legacy.
This
Anyway.
concludes our business.
I had a stance that I and no other guild leader should be allowed to tell you what it is that you do with your game. The exceptions are things like when you make commitments to joining, whether it was an operation, whatever. You made a commitment to a team, therefore you have an obligation to the team. But what you choose to do, join a team or not join a team, whatever, I'm not paying your sub. You can do whatever the hell you want. And I ended up doing something along those lines. This is back when we were doing progression on Nightmare TFB. So early on. And we actually had still not even downed Writhing Horror yet. We were getting close. We had a lot of close calls, but we hadn't done it yet. And at the time, the premier guild on the server was over on the Imperial side. My guild was Republic side. And I knew that I was a very good player. So I did a parse. I applied because they had a website. And
yeah, a lot of them did. What guild was it?
Hatred.
I remember Hatred.
Yeah, that was
Dolphy's guild.
Yeah. So I applied. I didn't even know. I had already actually done some stuff with Dolphy, helped out with content for the site, and so I already knew them. But when I did the application for the guild, I didn't put anything about that in there. And I was approved, and I was put on one of the teams. They had multiple teams at the time. And so I just started running with them. And we were getting first, second, third, fourth boss clears. And it just wasn't a problem. It was a bunch of people who knew what they were doing, and it was fine. So I did that at the same time as one other person from the guild on the Republic side. They also applied. And they saw my application, I saw theirs. We started to talk back and forth a little bit about it, and we both agreed that it's like, let's just not say anything. Don't want people to take it the wrong way. So every once in a while when we were having trouble, because eventually we down Writhing Horror, we start fighting on Counts or the Dreadguard and so on, and he's whispering me like, okay, what do you guys do? So I would whisper to him what we do, and then he would choose on his own to make up the decision to maybe make a suggestion in the group. How about we try this? So we had that little thing going back and forth for a while. Until someone inspected me on the team. And this is back before item ratings, and so it wasn't clear that I had something on I shouldn't or anything like that. They just randomly inspected me one day. And they're like, who have you been running with? Because I had a couple Writhing Horror pieces on. I had a council piece on. And I said, I'm in this ugly-ass legacy gear set for a reason. And I was right. People did not fucking take that well. Despite me having told them for at least a year at that point, do whatever the fuck you want with your game. That includes not having characters in the guild if you don't want. I don't.
Yeah, like
I was not afforded that same. What's the word? Not permission. I don't know. I'm not gonna find the word. So everyone had a problem with that, and then everyone started to do it, and that did cause people to. That basically caused the guild to soon look like what it probably would have been if people had been doing that the entire time, and that was there was a little bit less activity inside the guild and more runs being done outside. That never would have been a problem. It took that long. It took me doing it to get it to happen, I guess.
Yeah.
So, the fuck is this guy?
I will say, like, in Invictus right now, right? Part of the reason why I do pug runs, I primarily do them inside, is that, and I try not to do them on these days, is that these are the days I've allotted for the group And one thing that I've been trying to do is that if I'm doing stuff imp side and I'm doing pug runs, I'm gonna try and get people like Banshee into my groups so that way I can like make sure that he's able to have fun too, because Banshee's been like, we've been on the same group together for like 2 months now, right?
Okay.
Banshee. Well, he's AFK, so but you're here
I
to hear
believe you.
it. Yeah. So I always try to get people their stuff like um uh we've had people uh, we've had people have to take vacations and stuff. I think Ty's taking a vacation this week or next week, so um it's we needed to find people for the group, and part of the reason why I reached out to Stan is because Stan is able to do a bunch of different roles, and that helps with that. And like, you know, I was thinking of just people that I knew that could do multiple things rather well, because part of the problem that we've had in the group so far is that the individual that we have replaced was only able to do one thing, and that wasn't helping much. And he had expressed that he wanted to learn another role, or at least class, and that would have helped a lot.
Okay.
The caveat is that it didn't work out, and he was removed the group.
Okay. It happens.
Okay.
It's all about what is,
Last year. Don't hope. Look. All right. The go.
again, losing my words.
The old man's village.
Different groups are different.
Those are the.
Yeah.
Not
Some want to progress
I'm
faster.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if my power went out. I would be very unhappy if my power went out.
I wish it was raining here.
I wish that every day, even during monsoon season, and it's not raining yet. I'm thinking, can it start, please? It's 3:30. I want it to start now. But we only get a month and a half-ish of it, so. Plus a couple showers in winter time.
Oof. Rip this dude. But yeah, like, I don't have anything bad to say about the person. It's just kind of going back to the thing that you were talking about. It's, I don't care if people want to raid in another group. That's fine. I think that there's a bunch of people in our group, or not a bunch. There's a couple people in our group currently that have other prog teams, but the issue is that if you're going to be raiding with another prog team, you shouldn't be doing it at the same time as another prog group.
Right.
That's just not something you do.
You're smuggling.
Excellent. Hello.
So that's just my opinion.
I think that's most people's, except for the people that break it.
Yeah. thing I do find kind of funny is that, you know, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I will say that the the stuff that was being done was not to the point that, or like, what we were trying to do. So I just wasn't cool with it. That was just my opinion. The heck is this guy? Why am I going to talk to him? Gosh, I hate this planet so much. I despise Tython. I always preferred Korriban. The music on Korriban was always so soothing. At least for me.
I felt like Typhon had more freedom of movement. I've also never
Yeah.
had more, I don't know, planets that are just red.
Fine down here, thank you.
Eh.
Yeah. I can see that. The reason why I like Korriban is the sounds of the elevators, like going up and down, all that stuff.
Okay.
And the Korriban ambiance, I've always just really liked it. It's always been very calming for me. So my old habit was I would go to Korriban at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would park my tune
So the Imperials come in with
And then
Sorry,
No.
there was a guy getting ganked, and I just saved his ass.
Well,
Good news. And all the back.
I would park my tune at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would just listen to the Korriban ambiance, and I'd go to sleep.
oh, okay.
I've had bad insomnia my whole life, so I've often been a night owl. I don't do that anymore because I have my missus now, and she likes her sleep, and I'm not about to keep her awake.
You're for real.
I am for real. Why would I? She's my other half. Why the hell would I piss her off?
Oh, I just came in mid conversation. I was AFK.
Where's dude?
I don't know what you said.
I was asking you how long you and I had been grouped together. I thought it was about 2 months at this point.
Oh, me? Yeah, I think it's just about 2 months now. Happy it happened.
Rilo and I had been having a conversation. I was saying that one of the like things I've been trying to do is get guys like you and Juker who are in the group into raids and stuff.
I do like raiding with competent people.
I like raiding with people from group. Loyalty to the group, man.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling too. Although sometimes it becomes a little hard raiding with
With who?
yeah,
With me?
no.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think we're on stream.
Yeah.
How many people are watching your stream? 4 people. We're okay.
No one's watching this.
Okay. Grumpy Healer.
Are you streaming?
I'm not streaming. He was streaming. Rilo was streaming. But I don't think anybody who's been watching. I'm talking about the Oh. I meant in the no access group.
Oh
Yeah.
no, there's been a couple instances, but nothing that, wouldn't be like, oh, I'm never raiding with that person
All right,
again.
Snarky, thanks for hanging
you
out.
know?
It was me, wasn't it?
No.
No?
No. Like,
Was it
You
him,
did
but then it
not
became
have-
not him?
Oh, Gig is not in the group. Gig is not in the fucking group.
yeah, it was mainly Phil's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Criminals and
Gig's not in the script.
everywhere
It's been mentioned to me
The
by a
fact
lot
that
of
we
people, but at the
one-shotted
same time,
guards was the one I was worried about. We were gonna get stuck on for a while, and then we
my interest in
cleared
things
Op9
is just
same day.
way down right now.
Yeah.
So it's not higher on my list.
I like Banshee. I don't know if you noticed this when we did 16-man Kefis, but it felt like the DPS was lower than when we were doing it with the group, and the heals definitely felt lower too.
Yeah. Yeah, I can feel that. I mean, we got
When I did
really
it-
close.
When I did 8-man with Titans, I was really missing Blue and Juker's heals.
Uh-oh.
I was really missing their heals.
Bro, I really thought we were gonna get timer on that 16-man.
Dude, when we had him to 1% or 0%, I was so pissed that we
That was
wiped.
gonna be memes. I was gonna call them memes that we got the timer. At least I got the timer on the 16-man run too. You know, that would have made me 100%
Yeah.
there. 100%.
We'll get you the damn timer. I want to get you the damn timer. I just also wanted, like, I don't mind doing EC. I just didn't want it to be the no access thing. We just kept going there and slamming our
no,
head.
it's fine. I'm not really concerned about the Warstalker title as much. I mean, I want it just because I want the completion and 100% on my EC. The title that I really want, it's not even a timer title. It's a delicious. You know.
Oh right, you want the delicious title.
I mean, the other titles will be nice, especially for this other tune, my Shadow Sage, because it's all in Oriconian armor, the old Nim armor.
Yeah.
And it kind of go with the whole theme.
Yeah.
Dreadmaster's better, like,
Dreadmaster's
easily
pretty sick.
favorite. Yeah. Like, if they had action figures I can get online, that'd be sick. Have a little Dreadmaster console on my desk.
I would buy Dreadmaster action figures for sure.
Datacrons in the middle too, a whole figurine set. Oh, that'd be amazing. Is anything running right now that you know of?
I wish. My stream title is Speed Leveling Until Something Interesting. And there's been nothing interesting.
Could we get a Brontes lockout? That'd be interesting.
Oh yeah, like were you there when we were? Yeah, you were when the 4-man.
That was you and me.
Brontes,
Yeah,
the lockout. Yeah.
We got one attune.
Thanks so much, Snarky.
This freaking balloon is so slow. I'm just lucky it hasn't glitched out yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have smuggler buff since they made it a character only thing. Probably should get that extra 5% crit. Nice.
Banshee, were you there when I like forced everybody to go do Golden Fury? No.
I
No, think
was.
Yeah,
That was
I
on
was really
stream.
I was really upset that I made everybody go do Golden Fury, and I was super happy with the title, and then next day I got roped into doing Revan, and I got the fucking Revan Kiss title. I was just like, oh great.
Can't believe I got that title on my M-side character that I don't really play on unless it's, I guess it's only Titan.
Gonna have to be your fucking man.
I'm really surprised that we didn't get mono that in that 8-man. Didn't help that it took an hour to
We
set up.
would have if we needed Shui to not have messed up. I think we would have gotten it on that 35% pull. I really do.
We were doing well. Yeah.
Yeah. No, like we were doing well for sure.
It was my first time doing combos too. I was learning.
I think heals were a little too low, to be honest.
Thought you might say that.
They were. Oh no, I do a lot of nim raiding at this point, like doing a lot of pugs. I'm sorry, I'll try and get you into more stuff.
No, I'm trying to earn my way. That's fine. Groups are full. I get it. I'm just
I'm trying to
the point
get people I
where,
know
like,
into stuff.
I'm just wanting to get to the point where it's
This wasn't
people are asking me to come because they want me to come.
Vengeance.
So it's just oh,
I
there's this other
just
guy.
I sit in groups and I voice chats early in the morning, and that
Yeah.
typically gets me into stuff. Essentially,
And that's the problem. So for the last 3 weeks, I've been falling asleep progressively from 3 until now about 6 a.m. So you guys were fucking efficient while I was sleeping.
yeah, I had to wake up at like 5 today. I was not happy about that. I want to get this tune off Tython, and I'm going to bed. Like, I do not like being up at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. Period. End of story. That shit pisses me off. I used to have to wake up super early for work, and since I've left that job, I don't
You're
want
pregnant.
to be woken up at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning anymore. Because I wouldn't get home until, God, like 7 o'clock at night, and I was dead tired because I was standing up all day. I would work from essentially 7 to 6 every day, and I was standing the entire time, and I did not want to do that anymore. And so
Makes sense.
now that I am home, I very much like sleep. And I like sleep, and yeah, I'm not giving that up anymore. That's a big fucking thing for me. Oh shit, Rilo, I'm sorry. I have like this short-term memory loss thing. Like unironically, I was trying to tell you that, like, so we had that whole group that we had people quit, we had people leave, we had people get mad because we replaced them because their DPS sucked, and so I understood what you were trying to say there. Like, and it sucks even worse when you've been raiding with people for a long time at that point, and then the group falls apart.
Which
think
group?
that's
The
the
one where I
worst
didn't
feeling.
replace a guy, or the one where they found out that I was doing stuff on the side?
Found out.
So it didn't fall apart. They just weren't happy with me, and for quite a while. That group did stay together. That group started to do that same sort of like. Some of them went and started doing the same thing. Started to get gear. It never really. I don't know that it primarily led to people leaving, but even the guild. But it's ultimately it was good. It was fine. It got people came in with better gear. People came in having, even if they didn't see something that they learned from to actually perform better or differently, they at least got the experience of the clear and more runs and so on. So, shit! Did I just agree to do something? I don't want that. I like Republic side Tatooine way more than Imperial side, because Imperial side you spend half the damn planet in Mos Illa, whereas on the Republic side you're in Anchorhead for about 30 minutes, then you're gone. Max. That's if you do everything.
Oh, it took me I think I played this game for 2 years before I ever got a single Republic character off of the starting planet. I just couldn't bring myself to care about the Republic classes as much as like
I
Like-
just noticed I have a Brontes lockout hard mode.
Ha, nice.
I'll do something interesting.
Yeah, someone was in one
I-
of the other channels asking for an Apex lockout, and I chimed in my hard mode lockout too.
Oh, they definitely want to try and kill. Yeah. Force, like, lightsaber forge, very cool. I like the Imperial side where you essentially kill people for your lightsaber. You know, I think that's like hilarious. Like light side's like, oh my god, you're building your first lightsaber. Imperial side's like, yeah, I fucking killed this guy and I took it off his corpse. Amazing.
Are you
I will
kidding
say
me? I waited all
the
that time and I already have this Datacron.
Republic side beginning planet for the Force users doesn't make you out to be this fucking Batman genius of a character that figured out simple shit that no one else figured out for 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 years.
Oh, I liked that. I think Sith Inquisitor is a hilarious story, and I do like that you go from being a slave to Dark Council member. That's actually really cool. I at least like it more than the Consular story, dude. Oh my gosh.
I don't remember any of those stories too well. I was just telling Chet back at the beginning of the stream. I don't think I've actually played through and watched the story since I leveled all my characters back in 2012, maybe sneaking into the beginning of 2013. So maybe I should do that again sometime soon.
Yeah, like I do find it hilarious. I think they just did it for comedy. Like, how did you unlock this? Oh, I blasted the motherfucker with lightning. Like,
none
huh,
of
I
those
never thought
assholes
about
ever did
that. There's this...
True.
This guy's name is, this Java's name is Bint.
Yeah, I can finally get this piece of shit off of this planet. Finally, get him off this piece of shit planet, for the love of God. Go. Wanna go take a shower and go to bed. I just wanna go take a shower. I just sit in a surgery center for fucking 3 hours today. 4 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours. 3.5.
Feels like I've been on for a lot longer than 2.5 hours.
Say that again?
It feels like I've been on for a lot longer than 2.5 hours on the stream, but at the same time, it's just been this leveling.
Here's some more.
At least this tune is like level 50, or he'll be level 15 in a second. It'll be fine. Let's get me off this fucking shithole. Jesus Christ. I hate this planet. Please. More. No more Tython. Get it off of Tython. Hi, Luke.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Are we up to anything interesting?
I've just
Yet.
finished
All right.
getting my tune off of
Looks on it.
Python.
Let's give
Something in there. Alien device of some sort.
let's give Tagas a reason to postpone that shower.
Enough. If you in the
I don't know. Oh man.
I can give him several, if you know what I mean.
Hey yo. Where's the damn item modification station? Should be in what? Supplies or the GTN? It's always wanted by GTN. Oh, hi Luke.
Why
Didn't
do you want an item
Are we
modification
playing
station?
It's one of the missions. On the
Because
first
it
planet.
gives me a mission for item modification station.
Use the lore
There's a
item. next
lore
to it.
object. Yeah.
You get 7 experience out of it.
Here, the most flex mount that I have on this tune.
From your mailbox.
Stupid. No, the forbidden tank turret. The one that you got for doing Legend and Dark versus Light event in summer.
I missed
of
that entire
2016.
thing.
Yeah, well, you know, it kind of made me quit the game, so
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding on that. It was so fucking brutal for me to do it that I played every single class to level 50. I had to complete chapter 3 of every single class. I had to get a Republic side tune and an Imperial side tune all the way through Fallen Empire.
I hate those missions. I hate that whole thing.
I had to complete all of Shadow of Revan on a tune on both sides. And yeah. And I had to do it within like a month time frame, or like 2 months ish.
Yikes.
And I got this stupid mount that nobody even knows what it is.
Which one is it? Let me see.
I'm on Fleet. If you want to see me, I'm on Fleet.
Oh yeah, no, I'm trying to get Datacron. Sorry, priorities, you know.
Called the Victor's Titan. Here, let me look it up. Stupid fucking thing. This big stupid thing, dude. Here, I'll link you the Torista. One. Here you go, so you can see what it looks like.
That's pretty cool.
I get it on all my tunes. Wow. Well,
I think he was looking for content.
I think I know where he's going.
Another one down.
There you are, you little bugger.
I still got it. Even a challenge. Another one down. That wasn't too bad.
And with that, gentlemen, I am going to bed. I
Alright.
was asked if I
night.
would go do a run, and I am declining going to bed. I will catch you guys later.
Catch you later.
Alright, man.
Peace.
Alright. I guess I'll end too. Go get some other stuff done. Thank you. Thank you, Red. Thank you, Neeraj. Thank you, Snarky. If you're still here. And I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow.